Hi everyone. Welcome back to BD Studios. And as we inch closer to Halloween,
yes,
you told me last week's video, you're like, I'm not doing a profile.
I cannot do that.
I'm not doing a profile.
Nope.
I'm not doing it. Can you please do something where I don't have to worry about lips? I don't have to worry about a nose. And I said, okay, let me come up with something.
Yes.
So I was in the office the other day and I took my yellow Post-it pad.
Yes.
And I said, I'm going to try to make it all with triangles, something that you could definitely do. So the witch is basically a giant triangle.
That's
Can
awesome.
you handle that?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you, thank you.
The arms are just like two rectangles if you split it out. The legs are going to be two upside down triangles, okay? And then you need to have you could do a little hand, and the hand could just be four little fingers. You don't even have to do it the way I did it, okay?
Okay.
Then a long stick. The shoes were just clunky, where they're like rectangles with squares, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm erasing so I can make the feet a little bit bigger. See,
So
You
more
wanna-
like more like a little triangle with a little square.
a little flat at the end instead of a perfect triangle. Well, once we bring it up to the camera, and then of course if you put a line across the triangle, then you have the hat.
That's genius.
Genius. Okay, let's finish the sketch. And we'll bring it up to the camera a little closer because I think it's a little dark to see there. We'll see. Yeah, I did stripes because I was
love
the
her
whole
stockings.
the whole time I'm thinking what color I'm gonna do. I'm not sure yet. I like purple. I like orange. I like black and white. So all along I'm thinking, yeah. See, so. As opposed to other times when I have done the black outline for whatever reason today. I don't know if I had my ADD full max and I just wanted to start painting. But you'll see it's going to come together. I am using watercolor paper and I am using basic acrylic paint. There's nothing here special. So the giant triangle that I made, this other half is like a cape.
Yes.
She's wearing her cape and it's going to be purple. And then I'm gonna move on to the hat. So just using your giant triangle. The top half is the hat and the bottom half is her cape.
Genius. I think that's genius.
I think you could follow along. What did I do
Yeah.
here? I added a little bit of white to my purple so that her cape has, nothing is solid.
Right.
It has a little bit of color and a little bit of movement.
You're doing a little highlighting.
Right. Clean your brush. And then here's a tip. Use the back of your brush to make dots.
Wow.
Hey, circles
Perfect.
are one of the hardest things to do. If you use the back of your brush, and if you want to make giant circles, you can go in a circular motion and extend the size of your circle. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do her sleeves in orange. She's wearing an orange dress.
Love it.
Why not, right?
Right.
We can wear whatever colors speak to you. So I'm doing her sleeves. It's orange and purple are very Halloween colors.
Yes.
I didn't think purple back in the day was very Halloween, but more and more I see purple. It reminds me more of like a sorcerer type of color, right?
Yeah.
But I do love purple. So what I'm doing right now is that her legs, I'm painting them white. So I can come in and add...
And why are you painting them white? The paper's white.
Well, because if everything is painted, it will have texture. If you leave it flat, it'll stand out and you'll realize that that's the only part that's not painted. You're gonna not have paint lines. You're gonna have to add shadow or something. So it's best that you have a base of white, even if you're using white paper.
Okay, good tip.
So I ended up curving the shoes a little bit. Witches have that curvy shoe.
Yes.
Again, when you make things like this, when you're drawing stuff, you should always have a reference. I'm looking at my sticky. It's off to the side. It's a shame that I didn't put it in the picture, but I'm using my Post-it note of the original witch that I sketched. But if you can't sketch a witch, go online. Look on Pinterest. Look on Google. Just find an image, and that's your reference. It's
It's helpful.
It's helpful because what you're thinking in your mind doesn't always translate to the picture.
Right.
And so you need a reference. So I'm going in now.
Now you're bedazzling
Yeah,
her.
I'm bedazzling her dress. I'm doing swirls. If you don't do swirls, just do little circles.
Yeah, you could also do black dots.
You could do black dots on top of the orange dots, but I just love the swirls.
Yes. And again, if I am not good with the paint liner, I opt for a marker.
Yeah. Well, you have to wait for the paint to dry, though.
Okay, good
Yes, you'll have to wait for the paint to dry because there it's still wet in it, you know. So I'm just outlining everything, which I normally do at the beginning. For whatever reason, this time I decided to do it later on. There's her hat. So you see the hat, I made it almost at an angle. Instead of a flat hat, it has that semicircle.
Yes.
Why? Because it makes her look like she's looking out. She's trying to figure out what she's going to do for the rest of the day. What are my plans for the day? I got my broom. I'm ready to fly away.
Right?
Where am I going?
Where are we going?
So it's black. And then I added a little shadow in white. And what is that? Oh, that's her...
The brim of her hat.
The brim of her hat, which I'm doing in orange. She's a very coordinated witch.
Yes.
And then I added a little bit of white on each side of the triangle just to create that depth.
Okay.
And the light is hitting her in the face.
Now you're doing the shoes.
I did a little bit of white on the shoes. And I did a little bit of gray in the white part. So it's not just flat white. Makes sense?
Yes.
Gives it depth, you know?
Color really makes a big difference,
Right?
When you add multiple colors.
So I'm just using brown here. Brown with a little bit of black for the broom handle, for the stick.
She's so cute.
She is cute, I have to say. I wanted to keep it simple. And if you sit back and look at it, it's a giant triangle, yes or no?
Yes.
You could even think of the hat on both sides as two more triangles.
Right? That's true.
It's all about shapes. Look at things in shapes.
Yeah.
So what I did for the broom is just I did black and brown. And then on the top of the stick, I just did 3 little sticks. It almost looks like what ties the broom together.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's in the
3 little
detail.
lines. Just 3 little lines. Nothing special.
Now you're doing your hand.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing her hand. And if you can't do hands, just do...
I would just do a semicircle.
Yes,
something.
Exactly. Just
Like
a handle.
like a mitten.
Like a mitten. That's perfect. And once you do the mitten, you can do 2 little lines and it looks like fingers.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay.
Just the illusion of a hand is good enough. Half a circle is perfect.
Oh my God, she's so cute.
So I'm outlining again with the black acrylic paint. Again, you could use a Sharpie once it's dry.
I'm totally making a card. Oh, there she is.
Hair. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's hair. So this is where you lose the triangle. And people don't know that you did a triangle to make the witch. Because you're going to add hair now. So all I'm doing is I'm doing black. And I'm adding brown so that she has different highlights in her hair.
Of course she has highlights.
She's a fashionista witch.
There you go.
Plus, you don't want it all to be one dimension. You
Right.
can't just have solid black. Though you could, you know. Depends on the kind of painting you're doing. But by adding a little bit of brown, you create depth. And I want the tips to be, you know, kind of scraggly.
Yes.
Because she is a witch, you know. She got witchy hair. So there I'm just putting a little bit of black on the hand, or brown. Yeah, black. So it stands out.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to figure out what color I'm going to do in the background. So yellow. It's still daytime. She's still planning her night. She's looking out and saying, who am I going to scare today? Planning out her evening.
There you go.
So just, and you know, I'm adding yellow. You could have done like a deep blue and put stars. It could be nighttime.
Yep.
But I chose to do yellow. And I chose to do yellow because it's poppy, you know?
And it's happy. It's happy. And I love how you don't have to worry about getting so close to the color. You leave a little space
on purpose. I'm leaving the white to make her pop. So it's even better because you don't have to get close to the edges.
I always ruin it when I try to get
leave
close.
a shadow all around it, and it adds to the cartoon vibe.
That's great.
Easier, and it adds to the cartoon vibe. I just love the white line all around it.
Yes. Now
I added a little bit of red. I think I'm
okay.
adding like a little bit of red or brown, something just to warm up the yellow. I didn't want it to be a flat yellow.
Okay.
So I think it's like a little tiny bit of brown. Yeah, it's brown. To create almost like a mustard color.
Yes, I like it. It's movement.
So it's not flat.
Yep. And now your favorite, dirtying it up.
Yep. A little bit of black. And I cleaned it on my paper towel so it's not saturated. The paintbrush is almost a completely dry paintbrush.
Yeah, I tend to make it too wet.
But you see there how I had still black, so I went and cleaned out my brush, and then I added a little bit more yellow. And it's fine, because between her legs there, it's real tight, and there should be a darker shadow, but not so much, you know?
And if you don't like it, you just go over it.
Exactly. So now I'm doing white and a little bit of black. She's like on the sidewalk or
nice concrete floor.
On a concrete floor, whatever the case may be. I'm going to add a little bit more dark to the edge. So a little bit more dark around her. And then on the floor, just a little more to emphasize that that's a different surface.
I love it.
And she's done. Boom. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Oh, I love her.
Please,
She's
I want
cute.
everybody to try this, including you. It's a giant triangle.
I am
with
totally going to make a card.
It's basic shapes, people.
Love
basic
it.
shapes. I hope everyone gives it a try. Did you see all the texture that I created there just with a dry brush?
That is amazing.
And her hair looks fantastico.
It sure does.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Happy Halloween. Stay safe.
Thank you for making such a great video in shapes so that I could do it.
All right. So, as we always say, stay focused, stay centered, and stay creative. Happy fall, y'all.